Hi Virgo, welcome to your Siren Song reading. I get this sense that you're kind of all business today. So I'm just gonna start right in. So we open your reading with the Seven of Swords, actually. I always see lions in this image. You see a lion kind of walking toward you. And there are snakes under there, just sort of indicating that something is kind of operating behind the scenes or under the surface. You know, somebody or something is pulling strings. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a sort of hidden strategy, hidden operation at work. And then from there we have the Eight of Cups. So moving to deeper meaning. Something, you know, walking away from something to go toward a deeper meaning, Virgo. And the third line of your song, you're the Hanged One. So wow, I mean, I'm just imagining like what this would be as a song. It's already evolving into a really cool story, right? Like it opens like something's amiss, something mysterious is at work, and then walking away to a deeper meaning, and then, you know, waiting for answers. And from there you have the Sun card of Leo. And your chorus, sort of the main theme of the reading, you know, is the creator energy, which is really beautiful because this energy is about like having no sense of things being impossible, like it not even crossing one's mind. It's just pure, like Shakti, you know, pure creation energy. So Seven of Swords to Eight of Cups to the Hanged One to the Sun. Chorus is the creator energy. First line of the second verse is the Page of Cups. Some kind of like love message or message with emotional content. And then you have the Nine of Wands. So maybe this comes in and it threatens your flow. Like some kind of small message of love or emotions or something like that comes in, and it threatens to interrupt your sort of creative flow that you're in, that sort of playful energy that you're in, that's like generative, like allowing you to create. And this thing comes in and you have to sort of like hold your ground against it. Like I'm getting the sense that you've had this energy come in before and threaten to distract or disrupt you when you were in a really good creative flow. It's like there's the world of creative flow back there, and there she is just kind of like standing in the doorway, really threatening, like, yeah, you're not getting past me, kind of thing. Which sounds like more of a description of the Seven of Wands, but as you can see, she's like, it's kind of like she's had to do this before. There's this whole kind of cauldron of what's being created back there, like, or, you know what I'm thinking of, like, where like a metal worker, you know, just like a big fire where things get forged, you know, like a forgery, like a place where new things get forged and created and brought into being. And it's all back there sort of behind her. She's like had to come to the doorway of it and stand there and say, like, I'm really tired, you know, I'm really tired of protecting this, of fighting this off, of making sure that I don't get distracted from this amazing creative flow that I'm in right now, you know. But what I want hasn't changed. And then we have the Devil energy. So whatever it is that you're sort of guarding against, right, this wolf in sheep's clothing that kind of comes in and threatens to disrupt this amazing sort of creativity flow that you're in, you know. And by creativity, I mean like you're in a moment of making your life what you want it to be, like of just kind of like humming along toward your goals, and, you know, and this sort of little little page with a little love offer sort of dangling it, you know, comes in, and you're like, nope, there's actually like really big, important grown-up things going on back here, and I'm really successful, and I'm in my flow, and, you know, and there it is, just kind of like, it's almost like it's found its way in. It's like weeding around, wielding, no, that's not the word I want, winding, anyways, around like the new fruits of your labor, just kind of like skulking or looking around, or I don't know, stalking, or someone keeps calling, or they won't let up, and, you know, I don't feel it as a sort of like genuine energy, more somebody who kind of wants to like toy with you or get attention or something like that. And the only reason that I'm concluding that is because of your response to it. And then after that we have the Eight of Wands. So really fast moving energy, which to me, this could really easily be you just kind of like slipping back into the, like, you come to the edge of the door, you say, you know, no, I'm not interested, I gave it the office or whatever. And then you like just slip back into your like sort of generative world back here. So then the creator energy moves over, right, to between the second and third verse, and your bridge gets added to it, and you have eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. Whoops. Sorry, folks. So this is you, the creator, right here, in all this like radiant creation energy, all of it just pure. Like there's nothing, there's no doubt, there's no thinking of the impossible. You're just having fun, getting it done. You're not seized by anything, right? And then this other thing comes in, you kind of reject it, and in your bridge it's like Spirit's got your back, you know, you're protected here. So let's start clarifying. So it opens with the Seven of Swords, which is a sort of foreshadowing, right? And then we have the card of Scorpio. So this transformation. So I don't know if this who's going to come in is a Scorpio, or if it's related to the Scorpio, Taurus, Rahu, Ketu axis, where we're in the eclipse energy right now, because there's kind of like band of energy that we're passing through. We had a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, in Anuradha Nakshatra, like at the end of May, and then we have a lunar eclipse in Mrigashira in I think it's like June 10th. And so there's this kind of band of energy that we're passing through, and a couple weeks after that lunar eclipse we'll be entering Vedic Gemini, sidereal Gemini on June 15th. That's actually only 5 days after. But within a couple weeks we'll clear it. But there is this sort of like band of sort of heavy energy where we're working with like what we can control and what we can't control, and sort of, and in the same time, like Mars is debilitated, and so our abilities with discipline are challenged and things like this. So I'm just wondering if this represents that, or if it means your transformation, or if there's an actual Scorpio, because I can't see right now the connection between the Seven of Swords and transformation. And then we have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands. So maybe the reading does begin with you moving away from that which will be returning in the second verse, or making an attempt at returning. That would make it all make more sense, right? So you find this sort of like untoward or untrustworthy energy, something manipulative operating under the surface, right? And you transform. And you walk away to find deeper meaning, and that creates like some clashing of of sticks in your life, like competition. But you just like dive deep. You just like, you know, like the chaos of competition is up here, and you just dive deep into the Hanged One, you know, and you wait for answers. And that's clarified by, there it is again. It's just like it's coming down there, trying to, it's just like it won't let up. It won't let up a little bit. But the thing is that the sun comes out for you, and the World card clarifies that. So you're on your own journey, and this energy is kind of feeling more like a nuisance than anything else at this point, because you're you know, the Seven of Swords come in and you've got transformation. You know, the Eight of Cups, you walk away despite the chaos of the Five of Wands. And then, you know, you're the Hanged Man. You're just reflecting. You're not, you know, you're not doing anything rash. You're just waiting for answers. And even in that state, that very like mature state of doing that, that energy just keeps coming in and keeps taunting you. It's like, come on, come on, come on, you know. But despite that, the sun is out for you, right? And the world is, you know, you're completing a cycle. Like whether this energy is accepting that or not, you're completing a cycle, and you're powerfully in this creative energy, because you're like warding off these distractions, you know, like Wonder Woman with the bracelets or whatever, or you're slapping away these flies, or you're just like, you know, you're dealing with it like little by slow, because they're small to you in comparison to this, like whatever this is, whatever this message that comes in is, that's like a, you know, it's kind of like it's not to be taken seriously, really. You override it with, it's clarified, Virgo, by the Ace of Wands, you know, that sort of powerful mojo energy that you've had on your own this whole time, despite these like distractions and things that are trying to come at you. And there he is. It, they, whatever. The energy that you're done with. It's the Knight of Wands, card of Sagittarius. You know, don't ever be done with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is amazing. But the Knight of Wands, as the mutable sign of fire, as the immature fire energy, as the charmer, the player, the one who like never sticks around, who can't make up their mind, they're wishy-washy. They come in really charming and exciting, and then they go out, and basically all they create is disruption. You're done with it. Knight of Wands comes to your door, and you're like, no, thank you. And then the Devil energy comes in and starts skulking around the fruit of your labor, and you've got the Fool card, and you're just like, I think this is you just taking this deep dive again, you know, just like reflecting on, okay, how did I handle this last time? I just stayed with me and what I'm doing and what I'm creating. And then we have this Eight of Wands energy, and it comes in with the Ace of Pentacles. So you're going to have something to show for it. Like, all right, so let's consider the alternative. Let's consider the alternative. Let's consider the idea that you allow this energy, even though you already have knowledge. You know that this is Seven of Swords energy. This is not to be trusted. You can't really work with it. You can't really count on it. It doesn't have your back. You let it in. Let's just consider the alternative. Like, you let it in. You don't go for deeper meaning. You allow all that competition and that like crazy devil energy and everything to come in and distract you. Like, let's say that happened. You would not end up with this. You would end up with nothing, you know? So, good move, Virgo. So there you are. We go chorus and bridge, and you find out that it's spirit that has your back, right? The same source of the creative energy, you know, the Shakti, the energy that's created everything. You know, you've got an open faucet to that right now, and you're definitely not going to allow something of questionable, something with which you have a questionable history. You're not going to allow it to come in and interfere with this. You know, you're protecting this whole factory of productivity. You know, this is you forging your life back here and out of this energy. And, you know, the sun is shining upon you. You're evolving. So very, very wise. You know, and we can find out like what happens next over on Vimeo. If this is where I leave you, I want to thank you very much for being here, Virgo, and have an amazing week. Okay, bye.